Hello to Partick Hill Station, Charlie over in Toronto. Hi, cheers for joining the stream. And hello to anyone else who's watching as well. Yeah, this will be a Friday evening running session. So at the moment, I've got Terrier on the inner main line. And I'm swapping between Class 37 and the J50 on the other line. 37 on the inner main line at the moment. J50 on the branch line. Charlie's Partick Hill Station putting a video together about what I'm up to. Oh, cool. What are you up to? I'll tell you what I'm up to. I'm up to changing the camera angle a little bit. So that hopefully you don't see the big finger from the sky when I change the points. Ah, cool. So some scenic work, some cable trunking going around the layout. Nice one. I'll keep an eye out for when the video goes up. What I've been up to has been mostly cleaning. And a day off from the day job, making music on Thursday. Spent a lot of that making the most recent video that I put up, the Roto film with the J50. And yeah, I wound up spending most of the day cleaning wheels to try and get it running smoothly. Took all the wagons off the track. the wheels had become absolutely filthy. They hadn't been cleaned in a while. So most of Thursday was spent with a bottle of isopropyl alcohol, cotton buds, and it's all running a lot smoother now. Yeah, the Glasgow wagons, they're nice. They're the TT Glasgow wagons were an exclusive brought out by Harvey Hobbies quite recently. They did a Glasgow one and an Edinburgh one, because obviously Harbour and Hobbies, they're an Edinburgh model shop. That's a scunner about the intercity coach. It's frustrating when you get one that's derailing. Hope you can get to the bottom of what's causing that. Let's see if I'm going to get anything running without dealing with you, because I've put some coaches on for the 37. Let's see if I've got them on right without anything missing rails. That sounds as if it's all actually on the track. Now, the last time I tried to live stream, I was having tremendous bother with the set of points for the junction that sends the line out onto the upper branch line. I spent a lot of time trying to fix that, so I'm going to throw that set of points now and see if we can get the 37 up to the line up at the back. So are you finding that if you change the wheels that they're running better? Ah, success. 37 on the incline. And you should see it pop up at the back any moment. I will just have to stop it on the bridge though, because that line doesn't go any further yet. That's an extension still to be built. Oh, that's good that you can get your wheel sets changed over and get them running better. At least you know what they need then. I hope your intercity can get Get some good wheels onto that as well. Yeah, bit of sky finger again there. My points are manual. I don't have fancy motor controls. Little Normandy, B4 in the shunting yard. Yeah, I do like this view down here. So the level crossing and down towards the factory scene, and then you've got the lines in the background as well. You're painting your coaches as well. That's a braver man than I am. I've done a bit of weathering on some of my rolling stock, but I haven't painted anything yet. What I've painted is just some of the figures. Yeah, there's a wee electrical substation down in the factory there. That was I can't remember where I got it. It's just a 3D print, and I painted up some of the detailing on it. Let's get the 08 out. Did a couple of videos on the Gresley's and Thompson torches. Oh, cool. Have a wee look at some of them. I'm just going direct to YouTube. I've just got my phone on a tripod by the layout. Nothing very fancy tonight. Hello to I'm not going to pronounce this right, am I? Tizali TTTE Chromatalic Posy and Xerox 32B. Hi, also hi from Germania. Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to this little live running session here at Hollybush Railway. Scottish Wind Douglas, good evening. How is everyone doing this Friday night? I tell you something, I am half asleep tonight. It's been a good day, but it's been a long day. So I'm gonna play trains for a wee while before I fall asleep. If you're on the Hornby forums, then you'll know me as Dave the Busker, and I've been out busking today. Really, really good day. Some excellent um, appreciative audiences, but it was a long session, and I'm knackered. Article station used StreamYard for a while, but then they doubled the cost without telling me. Oh, no wonder you dumped them. That's rubbish. So as you'll notice, this is a bit of a rule one running session tonight, just a bit of everything. Strictly speaking, the kind of time period that I'm aiming for with the layout will be kind of late 80s, early 90s ish. I'm not going to be very strict with it. In my fictional version of South Ayrshire that the layout depicts, there's a heritage line that runs into it, so you'll get lots of Steam specials as well. I do like the level crossing view. It's a nice wee spot in the layout. This. I think I'm going to bring the 37 back down. And of course, we've got the news from Hornby that there's a new TT37 coming soon. Well, I say soon, at some point. Because as part of the April Fool joke that they did, they snuck in a little product announcement for their new Coalfield set. So we're getting a 37 in BR rail freight sectorization coal livery. So I will definitely be looking at picking one of them up. So when I lived down in here, when I was growing up, quite near their shed, there were loads of those 37s in that livery. Shift drains. Again, apologies for pronunciation. Hello, welcome along to this little stream. Hello to Luxembourg. 37's a great one. Unfortunately, with one of the drawbacks of TT120 being relatively new to the UK, there's not an awful lot of second hand, so it kind of has to be new mostly at the moment. Because there isn't really any old stuff yet. It hasn't been going long enough for us to be much old stuff. When I was a kid, I had a double O layout. I had some nice Lima stuff then. I had a Lima 1+156 Sprinter. The Strathclyde Redmond. It was 156, isn't it? When I was a kid, I used to be able to remember all these numbers off the top of my head. Now, not always so much. The LBSC, that terrier, is a beautiful wee thing. That was very much a rule one purchase of I like the look of this, so I'm going to have it, whether it really fits in with the layout or not. But I did find that one did make its way to Ayrshire, even though they only operated in the south of England. One did come up to Scotland after they were all retired. Billy Buckland's bought some for static exhibitions around his holiday camps, and one of the terriers was put on display at the Heads of Ayr holiday camp. So yeah, a terrier did find its way to Scotland. Yeah, the terriers never ran anywhere outside of the south of England in normal service. You would never have seen one actually running in Scotland. The exotic animals in other countries, why not have a terrier in the north? Absolutely. All right, take care, Charlie. Catch you again in a little time. Just going to bring that 37 Lochrannoch into a halt at the station. Let's switch it back to the Dalrymple branch line. And look at the J50 out again. So the J50 is the newest arrival here at Hollybush. The stream is the official property of the Federal Republic of Germany. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. I don't have a Deltic. There are Deltics coming to TT120. Hellion are making one. Of course, they've just been bought over by Acura Scale. Um, but yeah, they've got two TT120 products in development at the moment. They've got a Deltic and the Class 122 bubble car. Don't have any Caledonian engines. I would love one. If any TT120 developer would like to make one, I would be first in line. It's only been manufactured in this scale in the UK for 3 years, so there's only so many things that have been made so far. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the 122. I think that's expected in a couple of months. I saw some samples of it at Model Rail Scotland last week, and they're looking really good. And the one that I've got on order did run in Ayrshire in real life. It was one of the ones that ran the service between Ayr and Kilmarnock, which is right where I grew up. What diesels do you have? What diesels do I have at the moment? At the moment, I have got the 37. I've got the Gronk. I've got a Class 66 in College Rail Freight livery, and I've got an Intercity 125 Class 43 in Swallow livery. I think it's and Scottish Twin Douglas back. You're back, mate. Yeah, I got what you meant. Yeah. So we'll see what is coming for TT120 for this year quite soon because Hornby's big announcements for what they're doing for TT120 scale is coming in a couple of weeks. The next big product launch is going to be on the 21st this month. So not long to wait to find out what what they're going to do, what they're going to be doing in the next few while. Yeah, this is TT120 scale. Which, as I say, is pretty new to the UK. I know it's been around in Europe for a long time, but yeah, it's quite a new scale in the UK. So there's only a few locomotives that have been made so far. But the J50 that's just going by now, that's the newest one. I've just got that just a few days ago. So it's just been running in. Aye, that's the thing, isn't it? If you're already invested in another scale, it's if you're just starting out new, then it's no problem. Just go in on a new scale. I had a double O layout when I was a kid, but then I kind of lost interest in the hobby for a while, but then kind of wanted to come back into it quite recently. And the flat that I'm in these days, if I went with double O, I wouldn't have the space to do an awful lot with it. If I went for N, I'm 6'5". I'm quite clumsy. I'm quite short sighted. I've seen some amazing layouts in N, but it just looked a little bit too fiddly for me. But TT120 seemed like a nice balance between the two. But yeah, the one thing that it doesn't have yet is there's only so many things. So if if you're looking for a specific locomotive, things like your E4, they're not here yet. But that does have the advantage of not kind of like for someone that's like me that's just coming back into it, I'm not kind of like overwhelmed with choice of everything. And with there only being a few things to buy, I'm not bankrupting myself with 1,000,001 locomotives. Yeah, the nice things with smaller scales is you don't need a huge amount of space to get quite a lot in. Just if I move the camera a little bit and raise it up a wee bit more. There is quite a lot of layout in not a huge space. Let me have a better look at the station. Try and hold the camera as steady as I can. It'll be a wee bit shaky. Thank you very much. Let's put the camera over here for a wee while. I think custom locomotives might be a little bit beyond my skill level. Certainly at the moment, anyway. What am I doing at the moment? Let's just take the camera off the stand for a second. So excuse any shakiness. Let's do a little layout tour then. So this is Hollybush Station. So the layout is called Hollybush Railway. Hollybush doesn't look anything like this in reality. There is a real village of Hollybush, but the layout location is fictional. So I grew up in Ayrshire in the southwest of Scotland, Clyde Coast, and Hollybush is a little village where my grandparents lived, and so I took the name for the layout in memory of them. But the town itself and the layout is a mixture of little things from where I grew up in Ayr and some little bits of Glasgow where I live now. So the station itself, 2 through platforms and 2 bay platforms, that's very much modelled on Ayr railway station. But having a line running up the back of it, that comes from Kilmarnock railway station in Glasgow. My band have a rehearsal studio quite nearby, and I would quite often get the train out to Kilmarnock for band practice. And the line up the back of it doesn't exist anymore, but you can see where it used to be, and it would have looked a little bit like that. Now the bridge there, that's a very similar design to some of the bridges around the Citizens Theatre in Glasgow, just down the road from where I live. I'm sorry, I think I missed a comment there. What was that? Love the station so much, but I missed the signals there. Yeah, I'm going to get some signals pretty soon, hopefully. Hornby have got some in development that are expected to come out quite soon. So once they're released, then I'll get some signals on. Now, as I said, if you oops, fingers over the lens, yeah. If you're on Hornby's forum, then you'll know me by the username of Dave the Busker. So we've got a little busker down here. So that's kind of like me in the day job. Had to have a TARDIS as well. It's just a little homemade cardboard one. It's not very fancy, but nice to have one there. Now there's quite a few personal touches in the billboards that you'll see around town. That one there, Marshall Chip, that's my band. And if I come round here, there's another one for Marshall Chips. Then that's Visceral Noise Department. And 2 of the guys in Marshall Chips also play in Visceral Noise Department. My friend Alison Eels, that's her album Mox Knox there. So there's lots of little hidden references to my bands and friends' bands around as well. And on the bus, which I bought as a Red London bus, but repainted into Strathclyde livery orange. Burns Gallery was my my grandparents and my dad's business in Hollybush. They ran a picture framing gallery up there. And down here, and here, if the camera can focus on it. I don't know if the camera will focus on that. The tiniest stuff on the layout. TT120 cats. I had a wee cat called Tinker, and she passed away just when I was starting to make the layout. So I found some TT120 scale cats, just to kind of in memory of her. Over here, again, we've got my one band Marshall Chipped on the right. My favourite band of all time, REM, and that is a poster. And for any Half Man, Half Biscuit fans, poster for Monsters of Rock, sprayed with a graffito in Church Hall if wet. So yeah, I like kind of putting little bits and pieces like that around the layout. Some little kind of personal details. Bear with me again whilst I put the camera back in the tripod. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, it's been really fun kind of getting back into model railways. Yes, as I'd had one as a child, and could have been away from the hobby for a long time, but kind of over lockdown, I kind of started wanting to get back into it. Xerox 32B, wish I had such a cool layout. Sadly, mine looks more like a plain field at the moment. Thank you very much, just for that, and I'm sure you'll get yours scenicked up as well. My double O layout's so small; it's only 60 by 200. That's that proper micro layout. But you can do some good things in a micro layout. I say it was Model Rail Scotland's exhibition here in Glasgow the other week, and there were some brilliant small layouts. Terminus station, yeah. But I mean, that gives you can still have some nice operational interest in just running a terminus station. Although I do quite like having mine as a tail chaser, roundy roundy, because then I can just set some going and just sit back and watch them. The second part of the runaround or something maybe. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I mean, that's kind of a little bit like what I've got with the Good Shard setup. Because the way that this is set up, it's like a couple of loop tracks for the main lines with a little end-to-end shunting bit in the middle. Just have no ideas where exactly to put it or how big to make it. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Yeah, so you'll have to let my train run on my track, lay myself in bed, lay it right next to it, and watch it run. Yeah, that's cool. It's kind of nice and relaxing, just lying back and watching them go by. Any small station I could look up for inspiration. Um, yeah, if you look through my videos and find the one for Model Rail Scotland, uh, there was a really good um, terminus microstation layout there. I'm just going to look up, see if I can find the name of it. I'm just going to put a link to it in the chat. So that's a link to the Model Rail Scotland's exhibition video. I'm just going to try and find the layout name if I can remember it. Yeah, it's a layout called Night Bridge. It's 1 hour 40 minutes into the video. That's worth a wee look. You're welcome. If you've got 2 hours to spare, there's an awful lot in that video to check out. But yeah, I think it's worth a look because the layouts that were on show at Model Rail Scotland this year were outstanding. It's the biggest exhibition in Scotland, and you know it's usually a really good one, but I think they outdid themselves this year. Good thing I've got plenty of free time. Yeah. Well, it's win-win because you get some inspiration and some excellent um, railways to look at, and I get my YouTube watch hours going up.
All right, cool, cool. Hope you enjoy it. I say there are a lot of really good layouts on show in the video. Um, Let me just get the link back up on my screen. So I've put timestamps to all of them in the video, so you can jump around to any particular ones. A few highlights. Making Tracks 3, Pete Waterman's layout, that's amazing. It's enormous. Based on Milton Keynes Station on the and it is huge, and there's trains going by all the time. It's amazing. What else do we have? We've got Westburn was a particular highlight for me. It's an excellent layout by Dave Watson and Chris Colby, who do the Dean Park model railway videos, and it's a TT 120 exhibition layout. So it was nice for me to see one in the scale that I'm working in. Minford by Greenock and District Model Railway Club. I always love seeing that one. That's a beautiful little layout based in Wales. And Clydemere, that's worth a look. That's a new layout by Helensburgh and District Model Railway Club, which is based on Dalmuir Station here in Scotland. I don't have Discord. I've never really kind of got into it or kind of figured out what it is. To listen to the tripod off a wee bit, it's going to be jerky. Trying to follow the train round. That has to stop there because that's as much track as there is at the moment on that high level line. So the next thing that I want to do, although I say next thing, it could be ages before I actually do this, is to build an extension to come off and head up to a little terminus station. Because at the moment, the high level line only goes as far as the end of that viaduct. Yeah, I love having the bridge. HST, yeah. Just give me a second to put that onto the track. Nearly there. I did have one of those wee railing ramp tools for putting things onto this track, but I can't find it. I'm just doing it by hand. Okay. Oh, I don't. Something doesn't sound as if it's on right there. Oops. No, I've definitely not put that on the track right. That sounds better. It's just a short formation. I don't have a full HST rig yet. they do run in short formations in Scotland these days. 4 and 5 car HSTs that are running the services between uh, Glasgow and Edinburgh and Aberdeen and Inverness. You can't beat a Class 43 in Intercity Swallow livery. But yeah, I talked a little bit earlier about having a 00 set when I was very young. The Intercity 125 00 was the very first train set that I had when I was a kid. And so as soon as Hornby announced this in TT, it was one that I had to get. So one of them at the National Rail Museum last year. One of the videos. That's the thing, because like they're museum pieces, but some of them are in active service. I was on one the other day on a regular train service because they are still running. I got an Intercity 125 from Glasgow to Stirling a few days ago. It's nice to see the Intercity running on the tracks. I hadn't had it out in a wee while. With getting the Terrier and the J50, I've been quite engrossed in the steam era stuff. I um, hadn't run the diesels in a wee while. And the diesels are supposed to be the main era of the trains that I have in this lately. Get sidetracked to the tank engines. I'm just seeing the time, it's getting quite late here, so I think I'm going to wrap things up in a wee moment. cheers to everyone who's tuned in. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please do like, subscribe, do all the usual YouTube stuff. I'll be filming a new video over the weekend. It's the Lothian Model Railway exhibition this weekend over in Edinburgh. I'm going to go and check that out either tomorrow or Sunday. Alright, so thank you very much. So yeah, that'll be the next video, is a visit to the Lothian Model Railway exhibition. So I'm going to film it over the weekend and edit it sometime during the next week when I get some free time. So I don't know exactly when it will go up, but that'll be quite soon. Thank you very much, Sally and excuse me, I'm getting really tired here tonight. I'm almost falling asleep. It's been a long day. So Douglas, have a great day yourself as well. Take care, everyone, and I will catch you again here at Hollybush Railway sometime soon. Cheers for watching. Good night. Thanks, everyone.